joining us. If you want to start off with your initial comments, and then we'll take a few questions.
Busy week. So following the afternoon game on Sunday, ready for Houston, knowing that it's another turnaround for San Jose. I think we felt good about the result versus the Galaxy. I thought our ability to mix up in the game, when to go fast, when to have a little bit more control, I thought that was quite good. I thought our midfield had a good understanding in that game, and we got some really good efforts from those guys. That set the tone for the team. And now we look to build on some of those pluses for the Houston game.
Thank you, Bob. We're going to go to Damian Calhoun first. Go ahead, Damian.
Hey, Bob, how you doing?
Good, thank you.
With Tristan and Carlos, did they come through that game okay? And how do you sort of watch their minutes going forward? And is there an update on Mark-Anthony Kaye?
Tristan and Carlos both gave us good minutes coming in. And now we will try to be smart how we move that forward. I don't think you'll see any crazy jumps in minutes. There's still the 3 remaining regular season games to see if we can build things up in a way and then have that period of time to train before the playoffs start. Mark-Anthony Kaye is still working on the side with the physios, but he's doing quite well. So I don't know exactly the timetable for him to get back into training with the team. His work on the side does include some ball work. So the progress, the confidence, those things are coming along in a good way.
Thank you, Damian. We'll go to John Rojas next. Go ahead, John.
Thanks, Tommy. Bob, I have 2 questions. The first one, I mean, besides the guys that you already mentioned, any other update in terms of health? I don't know, maybe I'm missing who? Yeah, no, I don't know.
Andy Najar is still
Andy,
out.
right? And any other issue?
Andy Najar is still out, but I think that's the only.
That's the only one, right?
Only player at the moment.
Okay, and the other one will be your opinion and the possibility to qualify to playoffs based on points per game and not points total.
Throughout this year, we've just tried to focus on building our team, getting better, improving. Before the video session today, I reinforced that if we can get every player level up another notch or 2 in the coming weeks, then that bodes well for our team. So we've not focused on any of the details. There's been too many changes this year, too many starts, stops, ups, downs, things that in some cases are not easy to understand. So I haven't wasted much time with it, and I try to lay things out for the team where we focus on the part that we control.
We'll go to Max Bredas next. Go ahead, Max.
Hi, Bob. You kind of touched on kind of what my question was going to be in a year where it has so many ebbs and flows and obviously some strange episodes. Have you taken away something on how to prepare your team this year that you will do in future years? Also keeping in comparison to all the other coaching challenges you've had in the past. What do you take away out of a year when you can look towards something that could be a little bit more normal that you can take out of this year?
With all my experiences, the thing that I've always tried is to get everybody to embrace every day, embrace every game, go for it, play with no fear, enjoy what you're doing. This part of a mentality where you don't let any part of what's going on around you distract you or take away from the joy you have of trying to push each other and trying to become a better team. And so I think that I've had experiences where that was really important. And for me, I've gone back to that kind of thinking every day throughout this year.
We'll go to Katia Castorena next. Go ahead, Katia.
Thanks, Aubrey. Hi, Bob. I wanted to ask you about facing Houston. It's a team that you haven't faced lately, like other teams that you get to see 2 or 3 times since the MLS is back, and just the challenge that represents right now, getting to face maybe another team outside from the ones that you guys have been facing.
Yeah, it fits more what a regular MLS schedule might look like. You never know whether you play the same team twice in a row or whether you play them at the beginning and the end. So in the case of Houston, we certainly know that their team has changed a little bit. When they sold Albert Ellis, he was an important part of their team in the attack. I think of late, you see Quintero taking an even bigger role with a lot of freedom. He's a very talented player. So we focus on what they look like lately. We don't spend too much time with all the details from the game in Orlando. And then we prepare the things that we think are important every time we step on the field.
We'll go to Salvador Perez next. Go ahead, Salvador.
Thanks, Aubrey. Hi, Bob. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Nice. Bob, you were talking about Carlos Vela. You were talking about Carlos Vela on the training. But for the next matches, counting the importance of those matches for LAFC and for the results and on the road to the playoffs, are you taking Carlos Vela step by step? Are you taking Carlos Vela step by step? And also in soccer, there are some people that mentions that when the teams get shortly to the playoffs, there is another tournament. There is also the playoffs. But how to face the other teams, also counting on a team like Portland Timbers and Houston Dynamo?
Yeah, I lost you a little bit with the second part of the question. As far as Carlos, we're excited that he's back, and it was great to see him score a goal. When you move players along, you've got to be smart with minutes. You don't want to move them too fast and back up in terms of how they feel. And so we base everything on what is the load like in training every day. And then we build with 3 games to have him at his best at the end of the year when the games will count for the most.
Okay, and last question is going to go to Andy Diosa. Go ahead, Andy.
Hey, Bob, how's it going?
Good, thanks.
I'm just curious. Obviously, you've talked about it since he's arrived, but just your thoughts on how Jesus David Murillo has been able to incorporate himself with the team. And do you think it makes a bit of a difference? He's alongside somebody like Eddie Segura, who obviously is also Colombian, and knowing that there's so many South Americans on the team, that might make that process a little easier.
Yeah, so I'm sorry, the audio is not good today. Were you saying Jesus Murillo?
Correct.
Okay. We only have 2 games to judge, but when you him every day, very comfortable in the group. He's got an excellent demeanor. He's calm. He's very professional. He's smart. And the other guys know him a little bit. And so he has done an excellent job of coming into a new team and immediately establishing himself as a good player and a really good guy. So it's been really nice to see just how smoothly the transition from Medellin here to LAFC has gone for him. And we're excited to continue to move that forward.
Okay, we'll end it there. Bob, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we are going to be joined by Tristan Blackman. Hi, Tristan.
What's up, guys?
If you have a question for Tristan, please raise your hand at this time. Tristan, if you want to just give us your thoughts on how training's been and what you guys are looking forward to tomorrow night.
Yeah, training's been good. Obviously, it's a quick turnaround after the match against the Galaxy. But, yeah, we're working hard, continuing to build on, this momentum we're going into the end of the season. So it's important for us to get good training sessions in. And, yeah, we're focused on the match tomorrow against Houston.
Great. We're going to go to Max Bretos first. Go ahead, Max.
Hey, Tristan. How you doing?
Good. How are you, Max?
Excellent. Thanks. Hey, have you ever had an injury like that with the hamstring? And whether you have or you haven't, what is the frustration level? Because obviously it's not a tear or a break, but it's something that it seems like it keeps you out longer than you would like.
Yeah, no, it's definitely frustrating. But the staff, the players, and all the guys around the facility have kept me going. Kept me motivated, wanting to get back as soon as I could. Obviously, I was back in the Galaxy game at the end of the match, and yeah, I've been in training. It's feeling good, so I'm excited to keep building on that.
Thanks, Max. We're going to go to Damian Calhoun next. Go ahead, Damian.
Hey, Tristan. I assume you came out of that game feeling healthy. How are you feeling ahead of the Houston game, and how important are these last three games for the team to sort of build that chemistry back up with you back and Carlos back going forward into the playoffs?
Yeah, no, I felt good. I felt good in training the last week and a half or so, really pushing the tempo for myself and getting back into the groove of things. Obviously, it was good to end the match. No goals against, and got like 20 minutes or so, which felt good. I was happy to be back on the pitch. It was a great opportunity for me to come back in to the squad. And obviously I'm personally going to, keep looking and building on my fitness and whatnot and getting my touches right and everything that goes along with that. And then, yeah, building with the team. These last games are very important. We have to keep going, keep pushing our levels individually and as a collective. And the way to do that is training every day, coming in with the right mentality, and looking to work as hard as we can to get to that top level.
We'll go to Katya Castorena next. Go ahead, Katya.
Thanks, Aubrey. Hi, Tristan. Kind of what you were saying in terms of how does the team feel in general? Does it feel stronger little by little, getting to that old self? You're back, Carlos back, the guys that were on international duty, and having overcome different moments throughout this crazy season, and just you feel like when it matters the most, you're getting to that old self, thinking ahead of what's coming with the playoffs.
Yeah, no, it's been important. There's been a lot of bumps in the road this year, and we've managed it the best we could. Obviously, we had some injuries, and the guys left for international duty, and it was important to get them back ahead of this game against the Galaxy. And yeah, Carlos and I and others as well have been working really hard to get back to full fitness. And yeah, I think you're getting a sense of, the team pushing the tempo more in games. We're trying to get back to what we're good at. And that's really controlling games and creating advantages and taking the chances that we have and defending as a unit. So all these things are coming back. There's obviously levels we can keep pushing it to, and we're trying to do that every time we step out on the training pitch. So.
Thank you. And this last question is going to go to Andy Diosa. Go ahead, Andy.
Hey, Tristan. Obviously, with all of the weirdness of the season, I'm just curious, with this team seeing so many changes with injury and international break, and then obviously you're dealing with your own on trying to get back on the pitch. Has it been a little difficult for you as a leader, as a teammate, to just kind of find that chemistry, knowing that you guys haven't been able to have a solidified?
Yeah, it's been tough. I mean, there's moments where somebody has to step up, and they might not be used to it. So I think it's been a year of, players coming into roles that maybe they wouldn't have thought they would be in, and a bunch of guys have done really well with that. And yeah, I think it goes to each individual. Can we push ourselves to be, a step better and take ourselves to the next level? And that helps our teammates around us. And I think a lot of us are starting to get more comfortable in doing that. And guys have definitely stepped up this year. Diego, Edward, Mark, all these guys. And it's shown on the field. And like I said, a lot of the other guys too are looking to, fulfill a role in that place as well. So
We'll end it there. Thank you, Tristan.
thanks, guys.
Thanks everybody for your patience. We should have one more coming. They're finishing up a gym session right now, so hang tight. Thanks everybody for your patience. We're going to be joined by Pablo Cisniega here momentarily. If you have a question for Pablo, you can go ahead and raise your hand. Hi, Pablo. Thanks for joining us. We'll start with Alex Caminar. Go ahead, Alex. Kick it off.
Thank you, Auri. Hola, Pablo, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo le va? Es un placer saludarle.
Muy bien. ¿Tú, Alex?
Qué bueno. Pablo, ¿cómo se ha sentido el equipo con todos los jugadores, ya con una alineación completa para este partido de este miércoles, que va a ser un partido también duro para lo que resta de esta temporada? Muchas gracias.
Bueno, sabemos que tenemos un partido complicado el día de mañana. Creo que la gente está muy motivada para seguir creciendo después del partido de Galaxy. Entonces, creo que estamos bien, nos sentimos bien y listos para competir el día de mañana.
Thank you. We'll go to Josue Lopez next. Go ahead, Josue.
¿Qué tal, Pablo? Siempre un gusto saludarte. Dos preguntitas. Ahorita ya que Carlos y Tristan están de vuelta, ¿cómo ayuda esto a mejorar el nivel del equipo? Y tú en lo personal, por lo visto, te has logrado consolidar en la portería. ¿Cómo te sientes al respecto?
No, pues, obviamente que estén de vuelta Carlos y Tristan es muy importante para nosotros porque ellos son jugadores que a lo largo de la temporada pasada y a lo largo de esta temporada han sido importantes. Entonces, tenerlos ahí con nosotros obviamente nos va a ayudar. Y en lo personal también estoy contento de haber tenido pues tantos partidos para poder crecer y que me han tenido paciencia. Y la que digo, cada partido me siento mejor, me siento más tranquilo y con más confianza. Entonces, tengo ganas de seguir esta línea ascendente y de seguir creciendo.
Gracias.
We'll go to John Rojas next. Go ahead, John.
Thanks, Aubrey. Pablo, obviamente la continuidad, como bien lo mencionabas, se conoce, digamos, da confianza. ¿Qué tan lejos te sientes de poder decir estoy en un gran momento? Eso sería la primera parte de la pregunta. La segunda, ¿qué elementos te ha mencionado Bob o el cuerpo técnico en general de tu juego en los que están haciendo énfasis?
¿Cómo fue la última parte?
En lo que hacen más énfasis, digamos, de tu juego para mejorar o para resaltar desde el cuerpo técnico.
Sí, bueno, a ver, yo creo que como portero lo más importante es la confianza, y que tienes confianza a ti mismo y confianza en tu trabajo, va a estar mejor y mejor preparado para afrontar los partidos. Yo siento que en este momento estoy a un buen nivel y que creo que puedo seguir creciendo. Y el cuerpo técnico, lo que más habló conmigo desde el principio ha sido sentir una presencia en la portería, sentir eso de que cuando sales por arriba, que te sientan los rivales, que te sientan los compañeros. Y creo que en ese aspecto también he crecido esta temporada. Entonces, me he hecho mucho énfasis en eso y en jugar agresivo, jugar suelto. Entonces, creo que he crecido en ese aspecto y te van a seguir mejorando.
We'll go to Katia Castorena next. Go ahead, Katia.
Thanks, Aubrey. Pablo, gusto saludarte. Hablabas de cómo te has ido consolidando esta temporada en el arco. Veíamos en el clásico el domingo, también en el equipo rival, un portero debutante que disputó su primer clásico en Jonathan Klinsmann. ¿Qué significa el ver ahora a ustedes como porteros jóvenes recibir esa oportunidad y poderse ir afianzando?
No, pues obviamente da gusto ver a otro portero joven porque como portero sabemos que es difícil que las oportunidades y aparte creo que hizo un buen partido. Entonces, pues me da gusto por él y que, bueno, personal, obviamente yo más de lo mismo, ¿no? Seguir jugando todo lo posible, seguir creciendo y seguir mejorando porque obviamente es una posición muy competida y donde los minutos no son fáciles, ¿no? Entonces, todos los minutos que tenga, aprovecharlos.
And last question is going to go to Salvador Perez. Go ahead, Salvador.
Thanks, Aubrey. Hola, Pablo, ¿cómo estás? Un gusto saludarte. Espero tú y toda tu familia estén bien. Oye, Pablo, yo quisiera hacerte dos preguntas y van hiladas a la primera. Recuerdo muy bien hace algunos meses en esa conferencia de prensa en esa conferencia de prensa en la que hablaba Bob un poco sobre la confianza que te iba a dar en la portería, que te iba a estar llevando a poco, pero hoy te has consolidado en la portería del LAFC. ¿Cuál ha sido la clave para quedarte, para que un mexicano se quede en una portería, en una posición tan competida en la MLS como es la portería? Y la segunda, ¿por qué crees que no se habla tanto de lo que está haciendo Pablo Cisniega el día de hoy? ¿Por qué crees que no se habla tanto de lo que está haciendo con el AFC, destacando lo que hiciste en el domingo en el Clásico del Tráfico, donde dejaste el arco en cero?
Yo creo que ¿cuál es la primera pregunta? Perdón, es que se me fue.
Te preguntaba un poco, recordábamos un poco la conferencia, ya te hablaba un poco de la conferencia con Bob, donde mencionaba la conferencia que te iba a dar. que te está llevando poco, pero ¿cuál ha sido la clave para quedarte, para consolidarte como titular del LAFC en una posición tan competitiva? Y la segunda que ya te le mencionaba, que ¿por qué crees que nos habla tanto lo que está haciendo Pablo Cisniega?
Pues la primera parte yo creo que la clave ha sido esa constancia, esa continuidad en los partidos, porque al final creo que sí, los primeros partidos que jugué, lo que estoy jugando ahora, las lecturas de juego, las decisiones que tomo son mucho mejores en general. Entonces, eso al final, jugar tantos partidos en tan poco tiempo y tener esa confianza en los entrenadores, pues también me ha ayudado mucho a crecer a mí en lo personal. Y la otra cosa, pues yo la que no me enfoco mucho en lo que dicen por fuera, yo trato de trabajar y de mejorar en el día a día. Entonces estoy centrado más que nada en la mejora personal, en seguir creciendo, y ya luego creo que si lo hago bien, pues vendrán las cosas más adelante, ¿no? Pero te digo, yo estoy centrado ahora mismo en seguir mejorando, en seguir trabajando para poder ayudar al equipo en todo lo posible.
Okay, one more quick one from John Rojas, and then we'll end it there. Go ahead.
Thanks, Aubrey. Pablo, cuando miras atrás, si miras atrás, y esa sería la primera parte de la pregunta, y ves los años duros, las lesiones, tal, y te ves ahora con esta continuidad, la confianza, ¿sientes orgullo? ¿Sientes motivación? ¿Qué sientes?
Perdón, ¿puedes repetir? Es que...
Sí, tranqui. Si te miras hacia atrás, ¿sabes? Los años difíciles, las lesiones, todos los problemas, y ahora la confianza que tienes, ¿sientes orgullo? ¿Sientes motivación? ¿Qué sientes?
Más que nada siento orgullo, la verdad, porque como muchos saben, la pasé muy mal los últimos 2 años que estuve en España, tuve lesiones complicadas, entonces poder estar ahorita aquí de titular en un equipo como el LAFC es obviamente un grandísimo gusto, y sí me llena de orgullo ver que a pesar de todas pues, esas lesiones y tiempos duros que pasé, puedo estar aquí, puedo estar haciendo lo que me encanta, entonces sí, nada que me pongo contento viendo eso.
Okay, we'll end it there. Thanks, Pablo.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks everybody for your patience and for joining us this afternoon. We'll send around the audio and video from this recording, and we'll see some of you tomorrow. Some of you we'll see on the next Zoom call. Thanks again.
Thanks,
Thank you, Aubrey.
Aubrey. Thank you so much.